Welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for March 7th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 15, and if you add the 1 and the 5 together, you get the number 6. The number 6 is the rainbow that crosses your chest, and it's about unconditional love. It's about monks and nuns and priests and monasticism and being selfless and practicing unconditional love and being generous and giving back. And so this number 6 reminds us that pure heart beats within our chest, your chest, my chest, everybody's chest. And that pure love is still there. But life forces us to hide and protect that heart again and again. That in turn diminishes the light in our eyes. We lose that sparkle and that effervescence. We are that bubbly, passionate light that wants to be free and play in the physical realm domains. Today, how do we let that light out a bit more? How do we find the courage to allow that brilliant truth of who we are to be seen again? And how do we learn to honor and protect not just ourselves, but that pure expression in others? I want a world where that light does not diminish in the eyes of children. I want a world where adults ruthlessly defend that precious light in the young. And I want a world where we are taught to be respectful of the young and have harsh consequences for those that harm children. After all, the number 6 is the number of purity, and religion valued it so much that they developed monasteries in an attempt to protect it. Of course, that did not work because you must teach people from a young age to respect those most vulnerable and delicate. We have a very long way to go still. Start today to shift how you ignore abuse and how you do not speak up. Start to have constructive conversations around, how to behave and how to respect each other. The astrology today. It's very simple astrology, actually. So it's a very constructive and practical day with the strength and determination of a Capricorn moon, and that sort of sets the tone for a few days. The moon and Uranus are friendly, especially in the evening, and it makes a practical way to have a new twist to things. So it kind of takes the practical side and twists it ever so gently and makes it a little bit original. Many changes are going to be developed over the next few months. Take things in small steps. Try to enjoy the process along the way. Try to figure out the steps that will be necessary over the next year and make a plan. Then do your best to be self-sufficient and constructive in your approach. Responsibilities are high, and it will be essential to keep things in focus. So I thought I'd do a funny quote today. And I did this funny quote today because I had one of these crazy days. So it was Saturday and I had taken the morning off in order to work on some things. And I ended up not even getting a chance to work on those things because like 3 other things came up. And I know that this is the astrology, and I know I am not alone, and I've been navigating, juggling phone calls from people in a panic here, a panic there, because nothing will just settle, nothing will land, and nothing will settle. And I had one of those mornings this morning, and so then I went into my living room to kind of just, kind of go, oh my gosh. And my sweet husband and his daughter, and she was trying to help him navigate an entirely new system that he's going to need for a new job. And so they were up to their eyeballs on an edge trying to figure out why they couldn't get this thing to load and why they needed 30 passwords in order to get into this thing. And so I just started chuckling. I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to say anything because I am not alone. So today I thought it was a day that deserved chocolate. And so my quote for today is, all women like chocolate. It's female catnip. It's because I had to do something to lighten this insane day that is happening. And breathing, you have to laugh when you're frustrated. It's essential right now. It's a really critical thing because you all are not alone. Like every one of us is doing it. I even understand the astrology. I know what's going on. I completely expect it on 5 different levels, and it still is intense when it's happening. Okay, so my blog for today. like I started to say, Saturday morning I'm doing this blog, and was taking off the morning to try and have this chunk of time to navigate the next thing in my uncle's probate for U.S. Bank, which requires a ton of steps. And so some banks require a ton of steps, and at this moment I am looking at how complicated the world has become. Has everything become this crazy? And I think the answer is yes, and I wonder if it's necessary. I know that it is required to make sure that money is not stolen, but layers and layers and layers of double binding regulation are just shocking. And I have spent 8 hours total at one bank for one account. And surely this could be easier. I mean, surely we can develop systems that protect without causing so much constraint and effort on the part of so many. I mean, I felt bad for the bankers, I mean, the layers of paperwork is unbelievable, and it's redundant. And regulation, while necessary, does not need to be strangulating, does it? So, anyway, I'm just throwing that out there to the world right now. And let's hope that as we continue on in the Aquarian age, we'll get so used to having to constantly change the regulations and constantly change our passwords and constantly change the network and constantly fix all of our Google passwords, which is what I got bogged down in today, for everything that I've ever done. And, how many passwords do you have, like in so many different things? And remember the old days when we used to just have one password for everything? Well, that doesn't happen anymore. So anyway, it's going to be an interesting couple months coming up. I know that by June it should calm down a little bit with Jupiter going into Pisces, and I am really looking forward to that. So you guys have a great day.